Next up is critical thinking, problem solving, and decision making. Under A, we find identifying, define authentic problems and significant questions for investigations. Programming isn't easy, even if you've been doing it for a while. In order to create programs to encrypt and decrypt, students must discover how certain parts of the program work together. They need to determine what aspects are important to have in the program, what is the best way to puzzle the code together to create a working program. Under B, plan and manage activities to develop a solution or complete a project. In order to complete the program, the students must first plan how the program should work. Students accomplish this with discussion with group members or pseudocode. They must identify what they need in their code and then plan out how it all works together to create the finished program. Under D, use multiple processes and diverse perspectives to explore alternative solutions. The students work in groups to create code. This gives rise to a discussion on how best to accomplish the goal. During the planning and programming process, students can explore different options on how to write their group's code. There's many different solutions to the problem when it comes to programming. Students get a chance to explore those different ways through a class discussion, group discussion, and different perspectives from members in the group. They will also get a different medium to do this exploration. Last but not least, we have technology, operations, and concept. Under A, understand and use technology systems. The student should have some basic knowledge about programming before this assignment. The teacher goes over some related topics and links them to programming. The teacher gives a review of modular arithmetic and asks key values, which relates to programming. The students, after getting some knowledge on the concepts to learn in the lessons, then go to practice in a group environment to further their understanding of these concepts. They use a Java IDE in order to create the code for their programs along with the internet to process some data and retrieve some data. Under B, select and use applications effectively and productively. Students, depending on the school, may have options when it comes to the program they want to use to program different IDEs. They have a choice to select the most appropriate of these for their source of programming. They also have to use the internet to grab images and videos. They have to use different browsers and or websites to accomplish this. So there's a variety of different applications being used, and they have to use their time wisely. They can't be sitting there staring at lolcats all day. Under C, troubleshoot systems and applications. Programming is 50% troubleshooting. I don't care who you are. You're going to be troubleshooting something. Students must write their programs in order to accomplish specific tasks. Thus, the students will have to work through troubleshooting any errors which will occur in the program. Depending on the IDE, the students may or may not have a tough time finding issues in the programs and fixing them. They may also encounter programs in which whichever browsers they choose or problems with their URL links, they trade with one another. They may not work, or something similar. There's a variety of different things that can occur, and it's just another aspect of using your time wisely and using your appropriate application. So sorry for that first bit there. I know it's a bit long and boring. I'm hoping the next part is a little bit easier. The next part is answering the 3 questions given to us to think about for our reflection. The first one is, what is the rationale for supporting a media literate classroom? In my opinion, there are many reasons for supporting such a thing. It provides so many good opportunities for students to further their learning and communicate better with other students and teachers. Basic internet skills like using a search engine or application like Google Drive better prepare students to gather information and communicate that information to others. Gives students the ability to present their understanding of the subject matter in a variety of ways which are entertaining. Media literacy gives students from all walks of life the ability to learn and communicate. It gives teachers the ability to change up their teaching styles and helps to reach that broader audience of learners with a current stream of information and technique. These students will become more engaged and have the chance to interact on a level with the concepts and ideas in which they are learning. They can work together on assignments without being in the same room, easily getting outside help when needed to understand those concepts. It also prepares students to use such applications and ideas later in life. The second question, how does the use of digital multimedia enhance communication? Well, digital multimedia is basically a part of communication at this point. It's in everything from images to applications like Skype. Since there are many forms of communications, there are many forms of digital multimedia. A digital billboard, for example, communicates ideas and products to anyone who looks at them. Blogs allow individuals to communicate their ideas, opinions, and products to the whole planet. Google Drive allows individuals to create their own little space in the internet to share information, personal or otherwise. There are endless amounts of ways in which digital multimedia enhances communication. It gives people the ability to share information and concepts. This is done in an instant. It doesn't take a long time to post something, and it doesn't take a long time to get feedback sometimes, depending on the application you're using. Location no longer an issue because you can connect any part of the world that has access to the multimedia you're using, and in some cases you don't even need to translate it. Example, Google translates things most of the time automatically. Since those are two concepts are a go, that means collaboration on a global scale is possible. Communication is anytime, anywhere, anyone nowadays, and it can only get better. Last but not least, we have how does the use of digital multimedia resources inspire and engage all learners? Well, digital multimedia isn't a tech. It doesn't require you to sit there and read page after page of information, most of which is fluff or you don't really care about. It gives you many different ways to obtain the information you're looking for without boring you to death. It provides many different ways to learn something and can be used by anyone and understood by anyone. If you're a hands-on learner, there are games, puzzles, and many other applications out there that will help you learn and understand concepts. If you're an old school and you like your textbook reading, you can find articles, books, and even professional blogs about all your favorite topics. If you're a social butterfly who needs to discuss and talk about concepts, you can use blogs and forums to argue and agree on any subject you can find and relate information with few keystroke or mouse click. The fact that many different individuals can also be engaged in their learning makes digital multimedia very important. It provides a way for people to express themselves and what they know or don't know. It gives many different opportunities for people to share and receive feedback. Feedback comes in many different forms and helps someone come to a better understanding of what they created or the concept behind their product or creation. Information is always at your fingertips and you don't have to wait forever to get it. It can be simple or complex, but it always gets you where you are going. It doesn't matter what your learning level is or even how you learn, because there's something out there to help you. You have an endless supply of numbers, charts, graphs, and information overload. You can interact with pictures, characters, and data to create intense visual representations of concepts. You can work through problems with the help of others and visual assistant. When you can play a game and learn, it's endlessly more engaging than a desk in a textbook. More importantly, it gets individuals involved with their own learning. Well, that about wraps everything up. I'm sorry for making listening to something so long and boring. I wish there'd be more I could do with the graphics and whatnot, but I didn't have very many ideas on how to make this more spicy as it was. I managed to take out a good amount of time by erasing lots of ums and blank air, but surprisingly it was not a lot. I would hate to see this if it was the complete project together. It would be very long and much more boring. Well, thank you again, and enjoy your day.